you guys tonight. Welcome to our Racing for Recovery support group meeting. Thank you for attending. And we are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meeting welcomes parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery support group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently being offered. By combining substance abusers, their families and friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone that has been affected by alcohol and drug addiction. Our meeting start time is at 6:30, so thanks everybody for being on time. Please turn off all your cell phones and refrain from making posts to any of the social medias during the meeting. Please only one person speak at a time, as Jeff will take the names if you raise your hand. We will gladly sign your attendance slips and you can get them after the discussion. As always, honesty is required, please. Feel free to openly share your comments and points of view how substance abuse has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity, so please refrain from using excessive foul language and language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability in order to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity. If you see a visitor, a new member, or a returning member that we haven't seen in a while, please welcome them into our program. Your confidentiality is important to us. However, please be mindful that this is a live stream meeting and it is open to Racing for Recovery members all around the globe. Please refrain from getting up and leaving during the meeting in progress. Please throw away your trash in the proper receptacles. And we just don't smoke. Let's see, could we please welcome any first-time attendees? Do we have any tonight? Anybody first time?
Stand up and give us your life story.
Could we please have the designated reader for the guidelines to living a lifestyle of recovery?
That would be Angel.
Hi, Angel.
Hi, my name is
Bless
Angel. Guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery. The lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. 1. Recognize that substance abuse ruins lives. Wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3. Using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4. Defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. Building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6. Understanding the negative behavior of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7. Lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friend and family. Learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior, providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9. Recognizing personal challenges and interrogating them into your lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. 10. Caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission to Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness, health, and for all those affected by addiction.
Thank you so much.
Very nice.
Appreciate you. I think now we could do some announcements. Tim, would you like to do some support group announcements?
I would love to do some support group announcements.
Appreciate that,
Okay,
Tim.
so here Raising for Recovery, on Mondays, we offer a book study group from 4 to 5. Currently, we are going over the Creating book. That is welcome to the public. Tuesdays is a men and women support group meeting. That is also open to the public. On Wednesdays, we have BAC Recovery Group from 6:30 to 8:30. Begins with the dinner served at 6 o'clock. The church shuttle bus leaves from in front of Siegel Suites over here at 5:15. Thursday, we are all here right now for our live stream support group meeting. That is at 6:30 to 7:30. Starts off at 5:30 with a free plant-based dinner, which is delicious. And if you've never eaten plant-based before, you would never know it because Chef Dean is awesome. So following that, let's shout out to Chef Dean and all the kitchen volunteers. All right, also, let's give a big shout out to our tech crew over here, Herbster. Without them, a lot of this couldn't be possible. Let's see, Saturday, we have our community connections from 2:30 to 5. We encourage as many family members as possible and friends that you can bring. Brian, I think you're about at your limit right now. So we might be able to squeeze one or two more in there. It's pretty cool, lots of games, pool table, cornhole, we play board games in here, movies, football. Sometimes Chef Dean turns out and, he might whip us up some little fried snacks or something like that. It's come check it out, it's pretty cool.
It is.
So Sunday, we have the Run Walk Optional Support Group meeting. That's from 8 to 9 in Wildwood, Metro Park. Also on Sunday, the Bedford Alliance Church service starts at 11 a.m. The shuttle bus for that leaves from the suites again over there at 10:15. Please check out all of our books. We have the 100s, the coffee table book, pretty cool picture book. Little captions in there explaining them. So the Do No Harm, Creating, there's more than one way to get to Cleveland, Choices and Consequences, and the Racing for Recovery from Addict to Ironman. And also with the Creating too, there's a really cool, workbook that goes with it, kind of a step-by-step. Really cool, just check it out. And there also is a couple documentaries. Jeff, what are those ones down there on the end of the table?
We have Running with Demons. And we have Addict, Racing for Recovery, the Todd Crandall story.
Awesome, thank you. And this meeting will be available online later this evening. Also, if you could check us out on Google and Yelp and give us some pretty cool reviews, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Tim. Okay, so now we're gonna do introductions. You do not have to identify as an alcoholic or an addict, but if it's helpful to you, you are more than welcome to do so. We just want to know your name. We want to know why you decided to join us here today at this meeting. And why don't you share maybe your favorite fall or football Sunday food that you either enjoy or really enjoy to make, please. And what side we wanna start out on tonight, guys? We're gonna start over on this side. That's you.
This is what we do on Thursday. My favorite fall food, football Sunday, would be macaroni and cheese.
I'm Scott. This was actually my first time actually joining tonight. It's my favorite fall dish to make beans.
Hello, I'm Ward. I had some success here about 3 years ago and I'm back. So I don't screw up again. My favorite food is probably the smoothies I make every day. My fruit smoothies. I like them.
Have to give Chef a run for his money.
Yeah, I do a lot.
I think so, yeah.
My name is Pam. I like to come to this group because I want to heal from my trauma and addiction. And I would have to say spinach dip with pumpernickel bread made with plant-based mayo and non-dairy sour cream, of course.
Of course.
My name's Jake. The reason why I'm here is because I like to come here. It's my second week here, or first full week here, technically. And yeah, it's gonna be a scheduled thing. But my favorite food of all time is buffalo chicken dip, for sure. Yeah.
Hi, my name's Cody. Part of the Racing for Recovery program. I like coming here because I love to meet more and more of Brian's family every week. Meet all the new faces is fun. I think I'm gonna steal Scott's. I like wings, but I've made plant-based cauliflower wings before, and those actually rock. You do them in the oven, they're yummy. So, shout out to Chef Dean with plant-based.
What's up, y'all? I'm Blaze. I'm here tonight to get some support on my wellness journey, and I love the Little Smokies on the game days. It's all about the sausages, baby. I just said that on camera. It's great.
Channing, I'm here. I'm in recovery, team recovery. So I'm just here for see what this meeting's about. Buffalo dip, I'm gonna say is
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mitchell. I'm here because Racing for Recovery for me is my home. Get favorite fall food, peanut brittle. Maybe. That's it.
I'm Austin. I'm here because I'm in treatment at Team Recovery and I haven't been to any meetings in the past month, so I need to get some meetings in. So I figured I'd come here. I came here with Channing and I was just gonna see what it's about here. But my favorite fall food is probably apple cider, hot apple cider with cinnamon sugar donuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think it's Brian's turn, isn't it?
Hi, I'm Brian. I love coming here once again to show people I care about where I'm safe and supported, and show this guy I should grow up with. Being an only child, this is the closest thing I ever had as a brother. So I'm so excited to show him. Today I'm at my 60 days here.
Yes.
When it comes to fall, I mean, it's old but still gold. You know, barbecue chicken wings, baby. That's you, Miranda. Those are you.
I'm sorry. Miranda?
No way.
Oh.
Yep, okay. Miranda.
Oh, God.
There you
Go.
Who's that?
Go,
Hey,
Miranda.
Miranda, it's
We'll go
you.
this
It's
way.
you.
We'll go this way. Go, Miranda.
Hi, Miranda.
Oh my God.
Here's for my family. I like to say probably chicken wings as well. Favorite fall treat, yeah.
Yep.
I am Joyce. I'm here to support my son. And in the fall, probably the football games and spinach and artichoke dip.
Hi, my name is Gail. I'm Brian's aunt, and I'm here to support him and everyone else in the room here. And my favorite food, well, my team is Pittsburgh Steelers, but my favorite food is broccoli and casserole. I make a good broccoli and casserole.
You do, yes, you do. Come back into the fold.
Yeah.
My name's Curtis, and I'm mainly here to support my best friend Brian. Me and him known each other since we were about 14, 15 years old, and this is my first time being at a place like this, so I, wanted to check it out. Mainly give him support. I'd say my favorite food would probably be takeout Chinese.
Come aboard.
Oh,
Thank
so
you.
My name is Mark. I'm here to give and receive support. My favorite food is sub sandwiches.
I'm Bree. I'm here because this is what I do on Thursdays, and my favorite fall food's apple crisp.
I'm Michael, and this is part of my sobriety every week. And football food I like to have is quesadilla, sauce and sour cream, and everything else you can cram on it.
Yes.
I'm Kenzie. I'm here because this is my second family, and I'm so excited to support my BFF Tim tonight. My favorite fall meal is probably anything crock pot meals.
Yes. Cheyenne, and I'm here because I'm making this a part of my routine, but I would say anything pumpkin spice.
Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm here because this is what I do on Thursdays, every Thursday. And she stole mine. I was gonna say anything pumpkin. Anything pumpkin. So.
I'm George. I'm here tonight because this is what we do on Thursdays. And I'm gonna live out the box with the sweet potato pie. Store bought.
I'm Mike. I'm here because it's part of my weekly routine. Support and wings and football together.
Hi, I'm Danielle, and I'm here to better myself. And for football, I have to say nachos.
Hi, I'm Austin. This is home. This is where I found my new family. This is why I come here on Thursdays and every other day of the week. And I would have to say for football game day, my grilled turkey bacon wrap jalapeno poppers.
I'm JJ. I'm here because I get to be here. And like Brian, I hit my 60th day here today.
All right.
Favorite food, doesn't matter what time of year it is. I finally got to have it again last night after a year, is sushi.
Like sushi.
And as usual, I'd like to say hi to Patty for watching today.
I'm Angel, and I get to be here and choose to be here to support and have support. And then a couple have already said a couple things that I do myself with the chicken and the, but I'm gonna say sweet chili meatballs.
Yes, sure. I'm Heather, and I'm here because this place has shown me what a home is supposed to feel like. My firstborn daughter, Alea, is here, and my Aunt Carol for the first time. I'm super excited about that. And I am on a health kick right now, so I'd probably say caramel apples, because I'm getting something healthy, but I'm also getting away with a little something sweet.
My name is Leia, and for fall, I just like stuffing. I don't really care about the turkey, but the stuffing.
Hi, my name is Carol. As Heather said, I am her aunt. I tried to support her as much as I possibly could through everything that she's been through, and I couldn't be more proud of her. She's like my own kid. But anyways, oh man, you guys said some good things, but I'm probably gonna have to say a homemade boiled dinner with the sausage and the sauerkraut and the red potatoes and.
We're Czechoslovakian.
Yes, we're Czechoslovakian, yes.
Hi, my name's Bree. I have a family member who struggled with addiction, and I'd probably have to say my favorite fall or football food is mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, why not? You, Jeffrey?
Hey, my name's Seth. And
Wait, did we miss that table back
I was
there?
gonna
I
ask
skipped
it.
right over
What about
Heather. How could I?
I'm Heather, that's Sander. I would say I liked a lot of soups. I do a vegan chicken chili that's like a cream base, and it's really, really good. So I love that. But yeah, any type of soups. Reason I'm here, obviously, this is home for us. So we love to come and see you guys succeed and be a part of your journey. So important.
Thank you.
I'm Larry, here to support my dear friend Heather. And probably for football, probably like subs or pizza.
Hi, I'm Devin. Here by the grace of God and those who care for me. My favorite food right now is Chef Dean's pancakes.
Yes.
All right, my name's Jeff. And this meeting is just something that has become part of my routine. And I enjoy being here. I enjoy the support that I get and being of support whenever I can be, whenever I'm called on. So I'm happy to do that as well. Football in the fall for me is pot of chili every time. Can't go wrong.
I agree.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Tim. This is part of my journey. This is part of my life now. This is, I consider, part of my identity. I just want to say real quick that every week that goes by and I see more and more family members that come and support, friends that come and support, it's just really cool, and I love it. I encourage everybody to get their families out, their friends out here. With that said, I'll move on to the fall food. I'm gonna hold it to high standards, and I'm gonna go with Aunt Gail's broccoli casserole, whatever you bring me.
It's good.
Fan fade.
Next week, we
I'll make you a nice.
Perfect. I don't know, chicken wings, those, what you call them, sausages? Sausages. Oh yeah. So good. And
Is anybody seeing a theme here with Tim? Brown, some of this.
I call it friendly, but
There we go. Hi, my name's Kelly. I come here because this is my Thursday nights. I don't miss it for almost anything. This is my home. These are my people. This is where I want to be. I'm going to say probably, being the sugar fan that I am, any type of apple dessert of any kind would be my favorite. And now, if we will please do the designated reader for the answer, please.
that would be Heather.
Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain, as I approach the light of hope that lies before me. Every step overwhelms me, every breath sears my throat. I ache, my body rebels against me, my memories torment me, agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly, above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I am a human being full of thoughts and feelings. I am worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer, open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust, and so it begins, racing for recovery.
Feel the emotion. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, guys, so for our topic tonight, what I like to do is just throw something out there and then you guys just talk about it. I love any kind of stories, any kind of how you've, some techniques that work for you. I was thinking about communication tonight and thinking back to when I first got here. A few of you may remember when I first got here, and I didn't know how to communicate as well as I try to communicate nowadays. I was one to be loud and obnoxious and argue back, and I was always right, and they were always wrong. I've learned so many skills from being here for the time that I've been here. One of the biggest ones I think that I've learned is when you're communicating, you just don't want them to listen to you, but you want to try to make it so that they understand what you're trying to get across to them. So depending on who you're talking to, the different types of communication that obviously you can use. Also, I think that a lot of times I very often would listen to part of what was being said to me to then not be listening at all because I knew what my reply was going to be. I wasn't even listening to what they had going on and I just couldn't wait to fire back that reply. I'd like to know how your communication skills have changed, how you've liked them to change, or you would like them to change. Some of the skills that you've learned here, some of the tools that you might use here to change the way that you used to communicate to how you now communicate or want to communicate. If anybody wants to talk about any of that, please.
All right, Heather, please.
So we just got done learning about this in group. It is probably one of the most useful things that I've learned here. Being in the streets for so long, you don't know how to communicate correctly. That's probably one of the biggest changes for me is my ability to communicate. It's important for me to listen without the intent to respond. Sometimes when we're listening, we focus on our rebuttal, on our response, and it really takes away from the goal. Also, something that helps me is if I'm wanting to talk to somebody about something that's important, I first ask them if they have the time to give me their undivided attention before having that conversation. That's really important for me. And if it's a high emotion thing, I make sure I don't do it through a text message because tone can't be interpreted through a text message. So it can be taken wrong. There's 4 different styles that I learned. It's let me see if I can remember. I just learned them. Assertive, passive aggressive, aggressive, and passive. And just going over those 4 different types of communication was so helpful for me because those are not things that I had in my past life, and they have brought me. They have been very useful and brought me a lot of positive things today.
I agree with that. Yeah, I think that I was queen of passive aggressive previously, and definitely, like I had said, I wouldn't even listen to whatever else anybody was saying because I just couldn't wait to just bounce back with an argument. Again, it's not about a win or lose, it's about helping each other understand and getting to maybe a medium ground or learning how to agree to disagree sometimes and walk away. That was something I never understood before either. Yeah.
All right, Austin, you're up. Thank you, Heather.
Because of what we learned recently, I was able to change a little bit for one of the most important people in my life. I called my dad for the first time in a month, and I was able to set boundaries with him. And it felt really good, and he actually has been respecting those. And it's because I was able to be assertive and not aggressive. I was able to say what I wanted without being angry or sounding angry. And because of that, I think he was way more receptive and actually heard what I had to say for once. And I'm very thankful for Racy for recovering me and for giving me that blueprint.
Yes, I agree. It's totally changed how I approach most everything. And I also am one to, in my life, expect the same communication back from others and respect back when you communicate. Because if you can't give me that, then I'm not going to stand around and listen either. I agree. Building those boundaries, that's amazing. I'm so glad you're gonna look at that. Thank you.
Thank you. Kenzie, you're up.
This is something that I really had to work on over the past year. After the 7-year relationship that I was in, and then just the relationship that I had with my mom growing up, believe it or not, I really was kind of quiet, unless I was completely obliterated. And then it was game on. But in order to be able to work on my communication and use my words better, I had to work on my self-esteem. I let people walk all over me. I would go into this freeze mode where it's like I almost didn't have my own opinions or thoughts. It's like I just constantly went on of what everybody else wanted me to do or say. So here, being able to make my own decisions and be able to speak for myself, I've been able to create boundaries, but do it in a healthy and respectful way. Before I would have just screamed at my mom over the past week that we've had, but now I've just been, I guess, more empathetic that she is going through a lot. But I still put up that boundary in a kind way where she wasn't hurt by it. And I just feel like I really needed to learn to love myself to be able to stick up for myself.
Knowing you only here, since you've been here, it's hard for me to see you in that way because I've seen such growth and everything that you just said. It's hard for me to see you be someone that didn't have the self-esteem or the self-confidence you're definitely not a follower. You definitely stand up for what you believe in. To see that in you, it's hard for me to believe you the other way. And I can relate to the whole being quiet for so long until we're drunk off our ass. And then a little bit of the truth comes out with a whole lot of anger and yelling and screaming. I remember that all too well, sweetie. I was there. Thanks, Ken.
Okay, thank you. All right, Pam, please.
Something I started doing in recovery as far as communication goes was to start asking questions more. Not only to like set the parameters of the conversation, but to clarify what the person is trying to say to me. And it ends up showing them how interested I am in what they're saying. And it helps them to, be able to completely share like the whole reality of what they're saying. And then another thing that I started doing, and when I was a client here, I would share this with the women in our groups, and that is something that my best friend and I came up with, where, if I come to each other with something, we would ask each other, do you want me to fix? Do you want me to listen? Or do you want me to get emotional with you? And it goes a long, long way. There's no confusion about what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I love that one. Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Pam. Anybody else want to share anything? Mitchell does.
All right, you're up, dude.
Well, actually, I would have to say that relating to Kenzie about kind of learning to stand up for myself, to be assertive rather than aggressive. I was I may have had a little bit of the opposite as far as the type of communication, but I didn't have any self-esteem. So if I wasn't following along, all it was aggression for absolutely no reason, which I kind of took as a good thing because I was an isolationist. So, but I realized like as soon as I could be sober and the way that I was talking to people wasn't exactly working the same way that I thought it was while I was doing whatever. So I had to kind of take a look inside and learn to have a little bit of backbone so that I could be assertive with my boundaries and who I am without just going for the jugular right off the bat. So that's mainly one of the biggest things I've discovered as far as communication goes through recovery since I've been here.
Appreciate that, Mitchell. I think that something that is important to me that I used to pay a lot of attention to with communication that I really didn't really pay too much attention to before that I would portray, but it would irritate me to no end when somebody else would do it. I really appreciate eye contact when people are speaking. I really appreciate that when somebody could maybe just look at me. I feel like I can get a lot from somebody, a read from somebody with their eyes a lot. And I feel like I have that attention, even if they're faking it. I feel like I have that attention when they're talking. Another thing that used to, and still does, I have to bite my tongue, is body language. Sometimes body language, I put a lot into the way that they are sitting, standing, if they're approachable, not approachable, that type of a thing. But then I have to also realize that I have to do the same thing, you know? So that is something that's been really important to me also. And what you had said too, Pam, is starting a conversation with, and I only learned that here, because gosh knows that I was always one to jump in with some sort of advice or my opinion or whatever it be that I still have a hard time with giving opinions. Is to say, when it's time to start talking, do you want me just to sit here and listen, or do you want some feedback on it? It was something I had to learn, and it's helped me out tremendously. Definitely, I agree with that 100%. Yeah.
All right, next, Angel, please.
I always had, I can communicate, but I never connected to grasp it the right way or listen to it properly, and I just let it go. But today, with asking and learning and being capable to do it, I get to teach my daughter today. And the phone call today was amazing to be the mother when she called me crying. And it really hurt me, but I had to be that mother that needed, and I could do it today with all the skills that I've learned here. And it's amazing to learn that I can be capable to be better as long as I be teachable.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Angel. I miss you because I know you have to work often and you don't get to be here all of the time. And the difference from when you first got here. I always enjoy listening to you talk. Thank you so much. Yes, Kelly.
Thank you. All right, Devin.
The question was how to improve your communication.
Anything about that, to be honest with you? What has helped you improve? Some tools that you use, maybe where you came from, where you are now, anything like that you want to share?
Okay. So I was originally going to say fear. When I'm afraid, I don't really communicate very well. I usually say things that I don't mean, or something like that. But I think that what's more important for me is that I work on my character. And what I mean by that is something along the lines of integrity. If I am doing what I need to be doing, and I have enough self-respect to implement that change, then I don't have to be afraid of communicating. It's very easy these days to say the wrong thing. I'm sure everyone can relate to what I'm talking about. But as long as you're trying to do the right thing, as long as you're waking up and you're doing the things to enrich yourself and your community, I don't think you have to be afraid. At least I hope that I don't.
Thank you.
All right, Deb, thank you. Heather, please.
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on this. I definitely feel like my communication skills have come a long way. And I just wanted to say to you, I'm super proud of you. Just another moment, I'm just trying to keep myself in my chair. Come such a long way, so beautiful. But I think communication for me, it's funny because I think in some regards, in the beginning, a lot of that is hard or was hard for me more so because of the processing. It's like I couldn't necessarily process everything that I wanted to from what other people were saying. So it's like because my brain had so much in it and anxiety, like it's like, you know, what I did to myself in addiction as well as just the sheer anxiety from trauma. And it's amazing to heal and to become more effective at that, a more effective listener. I think the people that love me are obviously patient with me, and you know, and in the things that sometimes I get giddy or I get too excited, and it's like I've got to slow down. I've got to take it in, but I really love them so much. I want to listen. I want to hear everything, and I want to effectively communicate the things that I have to say to them, and same vice versa, because it's all about connection. It's really important to me. And it's the same thing with the people that I work with or just out in general. I care about human beings, so I want to know what it is that makes them who they are. So I feel like I want to communicate well. But I think something that's important for me is sometimes I think at this stage of the game, what happens is, at least for me, you know, you come in, you have all these emotions, these feelings, you figure out who you are, and then you start having to sort of rein in a little bit, have decorum, but sometimes like expressing those things, I'm kind of still, I would say I say things plainly. And I have to tell people my intention is always really good. So if I happen to offend you, or if you believe something different, don't feel bad to come to me and say that to me. I'd rather know, I care a lot about your feelings, so I'd rather know if I hurt you by something that I said, or maybe I can improve on those things. Because I think that's hard for us. There's this whole array of learning that goes into it, and then you want to be yourself, but you also don't want to hurt other people. So I think there's a lot to learn in communication, but if we care about the ones that we, you know, care about, or care about people in general, I think we continue to learn those things, and we obviously want to continue to develop ourselves and our jobs and our lives, and so we continue to work on those things.
So much what you said sounds so much like me. Yeah, when I start to talk to people, I'll start to ask questions, and I'm like, you know what? I just want to know more about you. I like the connection part of it. That's me, being a social person. And I'm like, and you can just tell me it's none of my damn business when I go too far with questions. And yeah, just let me know. That's me. Thank you so much,
sisters.
Pam, you're up.
Oh, that was something else. And again, this is something that the women in my support system know about, but I just think it's so important. And it works really well, and that is to choose my words carefully, choose what vocabulary I'm gonna use in something. I think it was in There's More Than One Way to Get to Cleveland, they talk about like saying, instead of me saying I want to do something, I can say I'm going to do something, and it just changes the whole mindset. And then as far as like with boundaries, it has probably been the most important is I used to say things like, well, I don't want to do that, or I don't feel like it, and that left just this opening for manipulation. Oh, well, you'll be happy when you get there. You know, like, well, why don't you want to? Or, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And so now I just say, I'm not going to. And there's no room for, you know, and it makes the broken record part that sometimes has to come after that just that much easier. No, I'm not going to.
How many times have we been told no is a complete sentence?
Exactly. I just use the different words and it makes it so much clearer for everyone, including myself.
All right, Brian, you are now.
Especially when it comes to communication. I had to put my pride to the side on a lot of things. You know, even the height of my addiction, you know, I just tell myself I'm too prideful to ask for help or I let my family know what's going on with me. But lose, you know, I've seen this dude 15 years. You know, so I felt the way I was thinking, the way I was doing is the only way that's possible, right? You know, and I promise you guys, once you just, you know, the words on the back of our shirts and our hoodies, you know, humility, gratitude, you have to, man. You have to. I love this. I am so blessed. I really am. I am blessed. And Kurt, man, we pick it up like we back on the school bus, huh? Real quick, so I remember when this dude came on the school bus, he had this like 20-pound leather jacket on. Like it came out of Blade movie right here. And he called me, he was like, hey, no room back here, man. I know they come back here. Here we are, man, and I love you, brother. Thank you.
Got that coat.
Man, I know you do. But yeah, guys, I encourage you guys, man. Just whatever you got going on with somebody, a family member, a friend, any type of dysfunction, just put it aside. Life is short, you know, and just enjoy life. Promise. Sobriety, anything is possible.
Yeah. You are blessed and humility all the time. Yeah. Took me a while to get that, but
yeah.
I agree, 100.
Thank you, Brian. All right, Kenzie, we're back to you.
One other thing. I also realized that my communication style was changing when other people closest to me started getting frustrated with me. And it took me a long time being here to realize that they're not doing the work that we're doing every day here in sobriety. So that's one thing that I really had to work on with other people, is not getting so angry with them because they don't understand, but they're also not going through all of this and going through all the classes every day. So
this has been such a blessing. This isn't just for people who have whatever type of issues going on. This should be something, we've said it how many times, this should be stuff that is taught in grade school. It really should be.
and it's like people gave me grace during my addiction, so I can give the people closest to me grace for not really understanding.
Amen. Thank you.
All right, Tim, you are next.
I can remember back being very young and even into like early adulthood, my mom saying stuff to me like, Timmy, you never talk to me. I never know what's going on with you. You never talk to me. It took me a long time to realize that I wasn't scared to talk. Even coming into here, communication, I hated that word. Hated it. And one of the things that I figured out, one of the biggest things that I figured out was I didn't know what the heck I was feeling. I had no idea, so how was I supposed to express to somebody else what was going on with me or what I needed if I had no idea what the hell it was that I was even feeling? And I can remember shortly after I got here, one of the facilitators of the group passed out these feeling wheels. Big colorful wheel, got all these different feelings on it. I remember looking at it going, great is this? And I kid you not, to this day, I still carry that thing around with me. And it has been, I remember looking at it thinking how childish it was, but it has been one of the biggest assets for me to be able to identify what was going on and what needed addressed. Was I able to do it myself, or did I need outside help with it? And that all had to start with first that internal communication with myself, trying to, take that deep breath. What is this that I'm feeling? Do I need somebody's help with it or not? Or can I work through this and figure it out? And, like I said, that's where it all started. Was that word I hated, communication.
I literally have that in my purse.
Yeah, I got mine right here.
Yeah, and the connections, where the wheel stones are big and all the little things that are connected. Yeah.
We have an updated one now that's got 30 more feelings on it. I'm like, oh, great.
Gave her that one.
More feelings? What is this?
No, we don't need any more.
So when you see Tim carrying his magazine that has monster trucks and race cars and everything on the outside, it's actually got his feelings wheel inside. It's all in disguise. All right, Devin, you're up.
Figured me out, Jeff.
I like that joke. I think it takes real courage to speak your mind and to share your feelings. I relate a lot with the last two shares on giving others grace and not being the most in touch with my internal world as far as feelings are concerned. I have this near constant panic. It's like everywhere I go, there's a pair of headlights, and everywhere I run, there's another set of headlights, and it's it can be really debilitating. So I think for me, examining exactly why I feel that way, and working on whatever it takes to relieve that feeling, I think is very important if I'm going to be an effective communicator. I also wanted to apologize. I almost didn't make it here. And it's because I've been doing the thing that I always do, which is to let my life go toward the path of least resistance through apathy and then, entropy. So it's not like I work on ruining my life, but it just happens because I don't take the steps necessary to maintain and furthermore improve my life. I hope that my actions up to this point have been a testament to my dedication here, and that I can continue to work on the things that really matter to me. I don't know why it is, but I always do things that put me in a very compromising position, and I'm so tired of waking up, this time literally and many other times as well, and just a state of terror. It's just like simple things that I have to do, you know. Yeah, I have a lot to work on, but I'm excited to work on it for the first time ever. And I am extremely grateful for this opportunity.
Thanks for that, Devin. I'm gonna take a little bit out of Pam's playbook. You don't always do that. You don't do it anymore.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you, Devin. Heather, you're back.
So I'm not real big into the books. Definitely something I probably should be considering how long I've been here. But I do recall hearing something of the 4 big ideas, being impeccable with your word. And so that just kind of like popped in my head. For me, understanding the power that my words have, what they can do to another person, the effect that they have, the heaviness, the hope, the strength, everything that words can bring, and also that they can't be taken back. Remembering that, and if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. Also, the hear no, see no, speak no type thing, you know. I was disappointed in myself this week. I kind of let my emotions get the best of me, and a little bit of the old me and my old behaviors came back. And I had to check myself, but I'm grateful that I was able to do that very quickly and get myself back in line. Because 2 years ago, I would have been in jail. So I'm disappointed that I made the mistakes that I made. I chose to speak the way that I did, but at the same time, I turned it around real quick. And that's in part because of my spirituality. That has been my foundation for every single growth that I've had, is my spirituality. I always go back to that because no matter what it is, my spirituality has an answer for me, or it helps me navigate through it. Just because I believe in God doesn't mean I don't have trials and tribulations, but how I handle them and how I deal with them is different. BAC has been the biggest influence in my journey so far. And even after leaving here, I could never leave that place, never. So I just wanted to bring up that big idea and the connection that I made with communication. Let's just be mindful of our words.
Thank you so much for that.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, Carol, please.
I don't know where to start, but obviously I'm here to support my niece. Even though everybody in this room has had some type of addiction, whatever it may be, when you see somebody that used to do the wrongs and they're trying to do the right thing so much now, with Heather Marie, I was a teenager when she was born. So she was my baby. And then I started raising her oldest when she started, going off the raft trail. I just want everybody to understand that there's our side too. And the anger words or the promises, I'm not gonna do this, or the promises I'm gonna do that, it's not only hurting them, but it's hurting everybody surrounding them. And to this day, me and Heather we get along so much better than we ever had because of this place. And I wanna thank anybody that comes contact with her to keep her in their prayers and love her just as much as I do. And when it comes to BAC, you know what? I started going there 2 months, me and my husband started going there 2 months after she did, and we will never leave that place. So thank you, BAC.
You're in the right place. You know what? You're in the right place, and this is gonna help you as much as it's helping her. Please come back.
Oh, I will.
Yes.
Please.
No, thank you.
Yes.
I think that, Todd would probably attest to this. It's some of the things that he likes to hit on too. Part of what Racing for Recovery is and what they stand for is exactly what you just did right there. Yeah. Family coming in, sitting, listening to our side of things, being able to speak on your side of things is a huge chunk of what drives Todd also.
I just wanted her to know that I forgive her.
Thank you.
That's my biggest thing. I want her to know that I forgive the bad things and I only got the good things to look forward to. She still has 2 beautiful children. And I just love you. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Pam, take us home.
Alright, just one quick thing I wanted to add is that like what I was saying about the boundaries, these things are simple, but they're not easy. I've been, developing this stuff and using some of this stuff for must be like a year now, but I still my heart races. When I have to tell someone no, my heart still races. I still break out into a flap sweat. I still worry about, what the consequence is gonna be and how are they gonna think in it. But the relief that comes afterwards is priceless. So just wanted to tell you that.
Yeah. Good on you. Anything anybody else wants to add? Are we good? I really appreciate you guys and all your vulnerability tonight. I can't say that word. Okay, and autobiography in 5 short chapters, please.
Autobiography in 5 short chapters. Number 1, I walk down the street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am hopeless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. 2, I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I am in the same place. But it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. 3, I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. 4, I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. 5, I walk down another street.